Yes, we will start you off with a content warning because Rose Guns Days is deals with some heavy subjects, including violence, gun violence, racism, sexual content, including references to assault, misogyny, alcohol abuse, characters dealing with trauma, depression, and a variety of other mental health issues. And I'm going into this story blind. I have not read it before. I don't know what's coming up, so I can't give more detailed warnings, but I do add them to the YouTube descriptions if necessary. If it's not necessary and there's no extra warnings, then this list covers it. Otherwise, I will add them. But yeah, let's just dive right in. Wait, I'm so out of practice with this, actually. But yeah, I think we do want to do mini games instead of auto again, because listen, I need to know if Gold and Silver Snake is good or bad, and what comes after. I need to know. That's all I care about, is getting a better score, or potentially failing miserably and trying to make sense of this badge system. Yes, please inherit my score, because I lost my previous score because my hard drive died. And that made me so sad. I bet that's why, I bet that actually, like, hamstrung my overall score a bit, because I'm missing, like, an entire season score now. I don't know how it works, though. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's like a ranking and you keep the ranking. I don't know, no clue. Alright, we're diving right in. Do I remember Claudia's voice? If this is potato related, that would be so funny. Okay, let's get ready.
Delicious.
Oh, it's soy sauce.
Now that's what I call soy sauce. So nostalgic. And that aroma when you roast it. It's just perfect.
The superb aroma of well-roasted soy sauce drifted through Primavera. The club was filled with the scent of good old Japan.
Once you've tasted this, you could never be satisfied with fake soy sauce or soy sauce substitutes. Looks like the real thing really is on a whole different level.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Rose-san. It's freshly cooked. Quick question. How does one pronounce kya? Really? The women welcomed Wayne's appearance with shouts of joy. He had just brought out a plate filled with freshly cooked mochis from across the counter. Not. The whole sentence came out really weird. Anyway, Primavera was in the middle of a big isobeyaki cook-off, with the mochis dipped in soy sauce. Whew. The soy sauce just soaks right in. I haven't had my fill of mochis like this since I was a kid. And that takes me back. I could never get enough of this taste. They're just pulling out everyone, huh? And you expect me to remember all these voices after months? If only we had some sake to go with it. What an oversight. Please forgive me. Would you mind making do with one of our famous cocktails instead?
What do you all think? How's the soy sauce Satomi-san sent us? It's perfect!
Everyone in the club raised their hands in approval. No one born Japanese could dislike this scent. They truly are the drops of the Japanese soul. However, this soy sauce is of considerable quality even. It must have been expensive, right? The only kinds of soy sauce around Tokyo were fake or soy sauce substitutes. People would boil them or thin them to try and pass them off as the real thing. Real soy sauce was an ultra-luxury item. Only the rich could get their hands on it. It was said that only politicians with ties to the GHQ, rich landowners in the countryside, and wealthy farmers could obtain it.
It certainly is expensive. However, we've convinced them to work hard.
We're currently negotiating for a liter price of around 80 Japanese dollars.
What? So cheap!
Incredible. That's far cheaper than I had imagined.
It's still 3 times what it used to be, but I think it's a price that'll put it within reach of the common man. The Chiba soy sauce industry is going to move to mass production once distribution lines have been established.
When that happens, supply will rise, the cost will go down. And in the end, perhaps we will be able to buy soy sauce for the same old price it used to sell for. All of this is due to Madame Rose's negotiations. Please, everyone, give her a round of applause. The sound of applause and cheers grew, praising Madame Rose. She had fought for labor wages, restored public order, and had even regained their good old food culture for them. The Primavera executives, as well as the many distributors and influential members of Japanese society who had gathered, let loose an unrestrained applause.
When I thought about what the Japanese soul was, food culture was the first thing that came to mind.
You only ate food from other countries starting the day you were born. It wouldn't be strange at all if you forgot what country you were from.
That's right. Food is the primary form of culture that gets passed down without words. If we lose our food, we lose our culture. If we lose our culture, we lose our bonds with our countrymen.
How could we hope... Excuse me. How could we hope to survive in an era like this, without solidarity between our countrymen? That's exactly right. Food's a kind of culture we can't afford to lose.
Everyone running food shops wishes they could serve Japanese cooking, but it's just been too expensive to handle.
And it's Madame Rose who's put that opportunity back in her hands.
I only established distribution lines for soy sauce. If we want to bring that soy sauce to the mouths of everyone in the city, the strength of everyone here will be necessary. I'm counting on you all. Take the soy sauce to all the people. And please, make some delicious food. Of course! We'll make the evening roads smell like soy sauce once again.
Now that sounds wonderful. Long live Madame Rose. We'll do all we can to see to it that soy sauce reaches all the city folk. Distribution of soy sauce had begun in City 23, and it received a huge welcome from the Japanese residents. They started counting down the days until Soy Sauce Day, as though it was the new year approaching. In the streets of food stalls, soy sauce was the one topic on everyone's lips. Japanese people in other cities also heard the rumors, And when soy sauce day came, the city was packed with the Japanese. Before the establishment of the Japanese Labor Union, there had been a similar influx of people, which led to all sorts of trouble. Though it wasn't as bad this time around. It's a natural law that wherever people gather, trouble does too. Also, it was thought that the Chinese bore intense feelings of frustration towards the Japanese, after being kicked out of the area around the employment agency. It was only natural. From their point of view, the people of a defeated country were getting jobs with better wages, and they didn't like it. Discord between the Chinese and the Japanese, and a crowd of outsiders rushing in from other cities. It was a strange feeling, like a tense calm before a sudden midsummer downpour. The wandering dogs had also picked up on that feeling. They could be seen in the throng that pulsated through the soy sauce-enthused shopping district. Yep, this is real soy sauce. How nice, how nice. Don't you cut in line. I've been waiting here since last night. We've got a limit of 1 bottle per person. Please forgive the inconvenience. We've got 3 people if you count son and grandma. Still need 3 bottles. We're sorry, it's 1 bottle per family. Forgive the inconvenience. The last person came with his family and bought 1 bottle each. Why am I the only one being treated different? Get your manager out here. Thanks to the simultaneous bargain sales of soy sauce, the shopping district was so packed with city folk that it looked like a war. Since the Satomi Alliance had agreed to distribute soy sauce at low prices with the condition that they begin with a small quantity, there wasn't much supply available. Because of that, there was a clear divide between the smiling faces of people going home with soy sauce and the annoyed, grumbling people without it. The sight of Fortune people cradling their precious soy sauce bottles left a big impression.
Lots of people showed up, huh? Looks like only about 3 in 10 people who want some are getting it.
That might be what the Satomi Alliance is after. Maybe they're intentionally keeping supply low to make it feel like there's a shortage.
That Satomi guy did seem a bit sneaky. He might have planned something like that.
Even the Nikomon fanatic Charles looked like he was starving for soy sauce-flavored food just this once. The rich aroma of cooked soy sauce drifted here and there all across the shopping district. Surely, Japanese food restaurants and stands were booming today. However, the city wasn't filled by a purely positive atmosphere. There were people who grumbled because they couldn't get their hands on soy sauce, as well as villains trying to resell it at double the price. You even heard stories of people stashing soy sauce bottles in alleys, as well as people who stole from shops and got beaten half to death. The soy sauce rush brought about wild enthusiasm, which developed into a frenzy. The wandering dogs sensed the possibility of some sort of discord breaking out.
This atmosphere. It's just like it was in front of the employment agency.
It means a fight could easily break out any moment. We're the wandering dogs. It's our job to sniff out trouble before anyone else does, before it even happens.
Gotta keep our ears perked, noses ready, and fangs sharp.
Isn't that right, Zell? Huh? Oh, sorry. What was that?
Zell, you been feeling off lately? You're sort of spacing out.
That's true, come to think of it. What's wrong? Do you have a cold? Zell had been in low spirits these past few days. Oliver and Charles couldn't keep up their enthusiasm without hearing a cheerful voice.
What do I keep telling you? Girls have some days where they aren't feeling their best. Oh, you mean that violent disease? The one you get every month? Shut up, you! What are you saying right in the middle of the street? And anyway, Zelle's using her head a lot more than us. Of course she's more tired than we are.
True. I use my head a lot myself, so I understand how she feels. Now yes, I too am smart, and therefore incredibly exhausted all the time. I mean, I guess you don't have to be smart to use your brain a lot. It's like if you're not, then your brain has to do more work, right? He loses empathy. Uh-huh. He oozes empathy, but only when he gets it, which I guess is what empathy is, right? So yeah, I mean, technically you're right. You're right.
It isn't really anything like that. Sorry for being like this, on a day when we should be getting ready to give it our all again.
No, we're the ones who should apologize. We've been relying on you too much.
I guess I can't disagree with you there.
Zell, go home and get some rest.
We'll bring you a souvenir, so you'd better look forward to it.
The three of them joined together to persuade Zell, who had a strong sense of responsibility. They managed to make Zell admit she wasn't feeling well, and get her to go home and rest. Nina offered to escort her back to the music shop, but Zell firmly refused.
I'm sorry. Even though it takes all four of us to be the wandering dogs.
That's right. And you're the boss of the wandering dogs.
You should act the boss and sit back and wait sometimes. Don't worry. We'll be able to figure it out even if we don't speak Chinese.
I'm sorry, everyone. Rest well. Don't worry about cleaning or doing laundry, okay?
Thanks. And I'm counting on you all to gather information.
The three of them parted ways with Zell and disappeared into the throng. Zell watched them go.
I'm sorry, everyone.
For some reason, her expression was very unsteady. Okay, ominous. Chapter 4, Wang's next move. Why are we— wait, we're starting with 4? Interesting. Did that happen last time too, or we started with like chapter 2 or something? Huh. It's almost like there's stuff missing. But I'd have to look it up, but I feel like I've said this exact same thing before, but I might just be having deja vu. Which is not helpful at all when trying to remember something. Yeah, maybe it's out of order, but I haven't really noticed anything chronologically missing. Like, that would only be based on the numbers. I wonder. I'm sure it'll all make sense at some point.
You're sold out? That's great. I'm sure the people making soy sauce in Chiba will celebrate. Everyone in the city is waiting with bated breath for the next shipment. It's an unprecedented soy sauce boom. Sounds like stores selling soy sauce food are doing great.
Soy sauce foods.
Hey, Rose, there's still a lot of girls who can't buy soy sauce. Can't you get them to ship more? After a response like this, I'm sure they'll move to mass production soon. It may take some time to get it ready, but before long, there'll be a lot of real soy sauce making the rounds of Tokyo.
The soy sauce fever still had the city in an uproar. Even in Primavera, soy sauce was always the topic of the day. Apparently, food did account for more than money. Surely, the good old scent of soy sauce has directly shaken the souls of the Japanese. My apologies for keeping you waiting, Wayne.
No problem.
Wayne rose from the sofa, but Richard motioned for him to remain seated. It seems the first step of soy sauce distribution has been an unmitigated success. Rose herself is quite pleased with the results. And so, it is our job to handle matters she would rather not hear of before they come to a head.
Of course. I've had some of my people wandering the city for a while.
And what Damn, Richard, you're killing me today. Just by talking. And what have they seen?
The usual scum are up to their usual filthy games.
My. Why did that immediately make me think of Alfred? I immediately thought, oh, is it Alfred up to his usual shit? I haven't seen him in ages. And he got hit by a car once, and that's literally all that it took for me to think of him. No, it was the car skidding that made me think, oh yeah, Alfred. Because he got hit by a car and fell into trash. Very memorable.
Look out, moron! You want to get hit? Stop! Don't shoot! Hey, Pumps. Out of the car. We're taking this truck. You carry your soy sauce, right? Hand over the key to the back. Help me! With this much soy sauce, we could make a bundle. Ooh.
In City 23, soy sauce had reached a manageable price, but in other cities in the countryside, it was still in extremely short supply. If they resold it to faraway rich people, it should be worth a lot. For outlaws looking to get rich quick, a truck filled with soy sauce looked like a truck packed with money.
Aniki, there's some weirdos coming. Damn, it's Primavera. But these guys have got guards. Hey there. So you thought you'd try and make a move on our turf, did ya? Who are you with? Just try and lay your dirty fingers on Madame Rose's soy sauce. We'll tear you to bits. Let's scram. We're no match for these guys. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Like we'd let you get away. Wrap 'em up, boys.
In Inside a dimly lit warehouse, wooden boxes packed with soy sauce bottles were being lifted up, one after another. Even though the city folk in the bustle of the streets couldn't find soy sauce in any store, there were piles and piles of it here. Why is the president putting soy sauce in a warehouse if everyone wants it? Who cares? Look at that sick grin of his. I'll bet he's planning something dirty. You lot, you got time to chatter? Work faster. Do you miss being back at the employment agency? I can fire as many of you as I like. Still, can't believe how stupidly honest my fellow businessmen are. You Primavera bastards. Prices are for merchants to determine. Get off your high horse, whores. Sell these bottles of black jewels for just $80 a bottle? You've gotta be kidding me. I could sell all of these for a ton more than that. What are you people doing here? This is authorized personnel only. You guys... We're just, Hey there, President. Looks like shady business is booming for you again, huh?
This soy sauce is a symbol of Madame Rose's love. If you are planning to use it for your dirty business, then we'll just have to make sure you can't do business in this city. Got
it. This is just... I was just about to put these on sale. Ow. Didn't we tell you? Kids who are naughty with soy sauce have got to be punished. Take him away. Carry out all the soy sauce. It ain't worth nothing till people get their hands on them. That one guy was intense. This soy sauce is a symbol of Madame Rose's love. You'd run out of grains of sand on the beach before you ran out of villains in this world. Still, I'm glad to hear that Cyrus and the others have been doing their jobs well.
Nearly all of the businessmen understands Rosan's goals. I think the villains make up a small portion.
Until a stable supply of soy sauce becomes available, these disturbances will likely continue. Please continue to work so that Rose's aims are communicated correctly. Of course. Seeming satisfied, Richard rose from the sofa. This amount of evil deeds and evildoers were within expectations. Wayne's handling of the matter was probably more than enough for passing marks. He poured a bottle of tea into a cup. Would you like some too? It's a blend of Cyrus's. Yet another masterpiece.
Some of my people have picked up a scent.
Some of your people, meaning?
The wandering dogs feel something's out of place.
Richard's hand stopped. He trusted Wayne's nose, but he didn't place any great reliance in Wayne's young underlings. However, the 4 wandering dogs were a different story. They had succeeded in digging up evidence of the backdoor employment agency, spotting the assassins in Chiba, and helping to repel said assassins. Tell me more. Out of place in what way?
They say there's clearly not enough soy sauce showing up in the marketplace. They suspect embezzlement, not at the retail shops, but at the distribution level.
But I do believe distribution is being closely watched and documented. Even Cyrus and his group are keeping a close eye on it. How reliable is this information?
We've got no confirmation so far. Still, their noses are sharp.
So, though you have no evidence, you feel certain enough to bring this to the ears of the Consigliere. The Wandering Dogs have already begun a quiet investigation. I'm sure that they'll dig up something. Understood. We shall rely on their keen sense of smell. And, above all, I will rely on your certainty, on the certainty your nose senses in this matter.
Thank you very much. Please give us a little more time.
Of course. Give the Wandering Dogs backup. Their noses are nothing to be trifled with. Also, it's fortunate that 2 of their members are women close to Rose in age. Wouldn't you agree that they are more suited than anyone else to form Madame Rose's bodyguard team?
I'm sure they'll be ecstatic when they hear about it.
Excuse me.
Let's go, Wandering Dogs.
You saw it?
Whenever you're ready.
Let's do it. Take that.
Oh god.
Didn't click quick enough. The music did make it sound like there was going to be a fight.
Ooh.
When the 3 finished their quick, tightly woven work, the lookout was lying on the ground unconscious. He probably never even realized what had happened. Doing the utmost to avoid scuffles is the key to infiltration. Sometimes, boldness is required. Fine-tuning this rule might have been the greatest talent the 3 former street urchins had gained in the alleys. Damn it. He's so fat. How can he be this heavy?
We hide him here, they won't find him.
We're okay. No traces of anyone else around.
From the shadows, the 3 of them peered into the storehouse once again. Then, after determining that there was no danger, they boldly leapt out of the shadows. They didn't know when the lookout would wake up again. There wasn't much time. The vast storehouse was filled with a mountain of goods. This was a warehouse for distributed goods. The products here would be sent to all the retail shops in the area. If the shops aren't stockpiling soy sauce, then it must be disappearing at some stage before that.
But according to Wayne-san, everything's getting distributed just fine, at least on paper.
This is just like those trucks in the backdoor employment agency.
A lot of people wanted to buy soy sauce, so supply was short. Because everyone assumed this, they didn't find anything suspicious. However, wasn't it possible that a large supply of soy sauce was disappearing at the distribution level? That's what the Wandering Dogs had suspected. I'm sure Zell would have been suspicious. We've got to prove we can do at least this much, even without Zell around.
Got that right. We don't want Zell laughing at us.
Hope Zell gets better soon. Wonder if her violent disease will last 2-3 days like Nina's does.
You shut the hell up! I'll stick needles in your Nikuman.
Quiet, you 2. Anyway, let's look for the goods.
You mean, search this whole freakishly huge storehouse?
What? Is something wrong with that super nose of yours, Charlesy?
We aren't talking about 2 or 3 bottles tucked away somewhere. There should be a huge quantity of it, hidden right out in the open.
For all we know, there could be soy sauce bottles in wooden boxes marked wine. Good thing it's soy sauce we're looking for. If it wasn't one of my favorites, this would probably take a year.
The three of them scattered throughout the storehouse, using their individual instincts and abilities to check wooden box after wooden box.
As usual, the best place to hide a tree is in the forest, huh?
The villains wouldn't store it in the back. Instead, they'd hide it somewhere the eye can see.
My rumbling stomach tells me this spot's suspicious.
Even though the three were supposedly searching on their own, they met up with the same stack of boxes. It was less of a pile than a towering wall of wooden boxes. There was a slip of paper attached, indicating that the boxes held olive oil. What's inside?
It's heavy. It packs full of bottles. Is it really olive oil? Tough luck. It is olive oil. It looks like we've got us some black, Chiba-made olive oil.
With a thunk, Charles pulled the bottle out of the box. They had managed to swap out the boxes, but they apparently couldn't swap out the actual bottles inside. Bingo. Does this mean the whole pile is like that?
They sure pinched off a lot of it, huh? It's selling like crazy, and the whole city sold out. So no one noticed that there wasn't much there to begin with. Looks like our noses aren't half bad after all. Guess we might be pretty incredible after all.
Because they lacked confidence, they had been unable to trust the delicate sensor known as instinct. From the very start, they had possessed a unique talent. If they hadn't, they would never have survived the harsh life of the back alleys.
Here's yet another thing we've got Zell to thank for helping us regain our confidence.
Naturally. Without Zell, we'd still be losers. Nina, take a picture.
Of course. They won't be able to make excuses now. Wait, someone's coming.
After the three of them hid and held their breaths, they could hear the sound of approaching voices. Jonathan! Jonathan! You hear me? Damn it, where's that guy slacking off now? He's probably talking about the Fatso lookout we took down.
They're gonna find us. We better scram now. We've got our photographic evidence. Even a souvenir.
Grinning, Nina held up a soy sauce bottle she'd snatched. However, Oliver motioned for her to be quiet. Wait. Quiet.
No need to stick around, is there?
Look. That man's Chinese. It is not good to lack a lookout. Not good at all. Oh, my apologies about that. Sadly, I've not learned Chinese in the meantime, but I wasn't streaming, but they're speaking in Chinese. A group of men came in, led by the company president who ran the storehouse. The president was obviously a typical Japanese man, but all the others were Chinese. The keen glint in their eyes, the atmosphere about them, and their culturally identifiable clothing made it easy to guess that they were with the GDS.
Again with the GDS? Are they still scheming behind the scenes?
It's too early to be sure they're from the GDS. They could be with Ba Shanbang from City 8, or they could be part of a different Chinese group.
No,
It's probably the GDS. I recognize some of those faces from the Backdoor Employment Agency. It's definitely the GDS.
Nina never forgot the face of a person she'd seen once. Looks like it's going to be us against the GDS once more. However, that's for Wayne-san and the others to decide. We should focus on gathering intelligence.
If only Zell were here, we'd be able to understand what they're saying in Chinese.
No helping it. Let's at least listen in on the Japanese part of the conversation. Let's at least listen in on the Japanese part of the conversation. We keep getting threats from Primavera, saying we won't get off easy if we stir up soy sauce-related trouble. Do not worry, President. The GDS will see to it that you are protected.
Yep, they're the GDS alright.
There, President. I hope he really gets what's coming to him when the bosses find out about this. The man speaking with the Japanese president was apparently translating everything he said. The other Chinese man approached the stack of olive oil and inspected it at random. One man, with a stately air, walked apart from the rest, whistling in an easygoing manner.
Feels like that middle-aged guy's their boss. Going by how he acts, feels like he's gotta be really high up in rank.
There might be someone even bigger pulling the strings, and... There might be someone even bigger pulling the strings than during the Backdoor Employment Agency incident. Conversation. Our boss is very satisfied. Here is the money promised. Sorry for your trouble. This really is such a big help. At a signal from the interpreter, one of the underlings opened an attaché case. With a vulgar laugh, the president looked at what was inside. Even the Japanese can be quite adorable, as long as they wag their tails like this, happy for a treat. But boss, I don't understand. I thought we were rushing to put pressure on Primavera for daring to build that Japanese labor union. We just buy their soy sauce as black market prices. It's the Japanese distributors that'll make it big, right? I find it hard to believe that this will set the stage for putting pressure on Primavera.
The war's over already, you hear? The era of guns and shovels and mess kits is gone. This here is the era of money and cigars. Do you understand?
As he spoke with a chuckle, he took out an expensive cigar. His underling hurriedly took out a lighter and lit it. Humanity's moved on from the era of wars. We're in the era of culture. A war where we dig trenches and get covered in mud? Oh no, that won't do. We must wage a war of culture and civilization fitting for this age. You getting this? I see. Deciding to go with soy sauce was Madame Rose's way of saying, hello, here we are. The message comes across precisely because she has such dedication. You follow? Sure. The GDS, the Council of Elders, heck, all the Chinese, none of them get it. In new era wars, there's no need for us to shoot guns at each other. Even the Chinese haven't noticed a simple fact. That simply by having Chinese and Japanese living in the same city, we're already winning.
Yeah. If only we spoke Chinese. It's cool. I've memorized his face. If someone shows me pictures of the GDS higher-ups later, it'll be easy to find out who he is.
That's enough. Let's move out. When the bodyguard they defeated woke up, things would get dicey here. They had nothing to gain by hanging around. The three quietly vanished from the shadows. There was no sign of them getting overexcited from their big scoop, as there would have been in the past. This would probably cause the tension between Primavera and the GDS to shoot through the roof again. The Japanese-Chinese wage difference caused by the Japanese labor union was still putting a lot of pressure on the GDS. City 23, which was enjoying a pleasant springtime in the Caleb family's absence, might be faced with oncoming storm clouds. You know what? I think that is a beautiful moment to quit. Because if I keep reading more, I think I will be unable to make any words come out. Because I am out of practice, turns out. Who would have thought that taking a break for something for months means that you end up out of practice? It is right on the 2-hour mark, but keep in mind that does include the countdown, so it's a little early today. That's okay. But yeah, no, we're back in it. Good episode. I'm really looking forward to what season 3 will bring, I'll be honest. I like this new honorary brother of Meiju. He seems both like really, well, he seemed really cheerful and happy at first, but there's like a menacing quality to it that's underneath and sometimes comes out like explicitly. That guy's gonna be scary. You just know he's gonna be scary, and yeah, that's gonna be fun. Gonna be interesting. Yeah, exactly. And I really wonder what's up with Zell. Did she regain some of her memories, perhaps? That would be interesting too. Yeah, no, I'm hyped. Looking forward to it. Yeah. I do miss Leo though. I miss him every day. Happy to be back. Good stuff. Yeah. How do outros work again? Why do none of the chat things work? Oh my god. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll fix it between now and next episode. Which will be, for real this time, will be next week on Thursday at the usual time. Isn't an old outro? Oh, it's not gonna make any sense though. That would be so funny. But maybe next time. I do remember like the thing that I say as a sign off every time, so there's that. So yeah. It's good night, good afternoon, good evening. Yeah, you get it. Why am I saying over and over? I'm trying to think if there's other stuff that I missed or... No, we're good, I think. No door yeller, you're right, no hallway yeller. He's been saving the yelling for 2 a.m. Or rather, a window from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. I'm not kidding. That's when the yelling occurs now. Sometimes multiple days in a row. And
It's great. Yeah, I'm having a great time. In other news, I am looking to move into another house. Any house. You haven't. Oh no. That's also really bad. That's at all times of the day is worse. I would say. May we all be released from yellers. May people stop yelling and having the feeling the need to yell. You know. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I will be back next week with more Rose Guns Days for realsies, and hopefully I can go a bit longer then, but yeah, vocal cords, ow. Out of practice, but I'll do my best. I can't believe that I started out reading Umineko and stuff for like 3-4 hours. I don't know how I did that. It was bad for me, because it would always hurt the day after, but I don't know how I managed in the first place. Not a damn clue. Jesus. Is your neighbor okay? Holy shit. That doesn't sound healthy. Damn. It did involve a lot of tea, you're right. I still have the tea though, so that's not. I don't know. I think it was just sheer force of will and enthusiasm. Probably just pure enthusiasm. And I would start feeling like pain from talking too much. I would just keep going. I'm smarter than that now. So yeah, it was sheer force of will, enthusiasm, and dumb fuckery. Just absolutely stupid. Anyway. But yeah, that's why the seasons now take so much longer, despite having less words in them. Because I just take a longer time. It's for the best. Umineko really is amazing, yeah. I'm probably gonna replay it again at some point this year. Just the whole thing again. Yeah. But I'll do that, you know, in my own time. Yeah, no. I'll upload the video to YouTube ASAP. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to manage that before Thursday, but I will do my best. If not, I will at least make sure that I go and click download on Twitch right after I finish here, so that it won't get lost like that one time. I'm learning. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. I will hopefully see you again next time, whether that's next week or sometime in the future where I'm not actually really there live, but I know I download everything off of Twitch and then I upload it, and that's why I had to redo that one episode. I literally had to go back and reread the whole thing because I lost the video. And I never want to do that again, so hey. I'm being a little more careful now. It's I do be committed. And that's why. Back next week. Same time. Same YouTube. Same place. And yeah. In the meantime, have a good evening, have a good day, have a good month, have a good year, have a good first season until you get prematurely canceled by Netflix. Have a good Kickstarter for a second season on your own terms. See you again next time, bye bye.